Morning students, this is class 11th maths lecture 7th of chapter 16th probability. Today we will discuss miscellaneous exercise. So question first is, a box contains 10 red marbles, 20 blue and 30 green. 5 marbles are drawn from the box. What is the probability that all will be blue? So in total there are 10 plus 20 plus 30, 60 marbles. Out of 60 we want to select 5. This is the total outcome 60C5, right? And favorable will be, because we want all the 5 selected marbles are blue. Therefore out of 20 we have to select 5. These 20 are blue marbles, right? You are not required to solve this. You can leave it here because it is very big calculation. If there is less calculation, then you have to do it. Now next is probability of at least one will be green. Now see, they are saying at least one will be green, that is either one marble green or two marble green or 3 marbles or 4 marbles or all the marbles. So instead of calculating all these cases, what we can do is the complement of this will be probability of no marble is green, right? The complement of this event is no marble is green, because in this they are saying at least one marble is green. So subtract this probability of no marble is green from 1, then you will get probability of at least one marble will be green. So 1 minus, now total outcome is same 60C5, and if no marble is green, then either the marble will be red or blue, that is you have to select 5 marbles out of these 30 marbles, so which can be done in 30C5 ways, right? So probability of this will be this. Now question number 2 is, 4 cards are drawn from a well shuffled deck of 52 cards. What is the probability of obtaining 3 diamonds and 1 spade? Now see, total outcomes will be out of 52 we want to select 4, which can be done in 52C4 ways. Now favorable will be, because they are asking 3 should be diamond, that is out of 13 diamonds we have to select 3, into 1 should be spade. So out of 13 spade we want to select 1. So favorable upon total will be the probability, right? Now question number 3 is, a die has 2 faces with number 1, 3 faces each with number 2 and 1 face with the number 3. Now they are asking, if the die is rolled once, determine probability of 2. Now see, the total outcomes will be 6, because a die has 6 faces, and favorable will be because 3 faces has number 2 on them, right? Therefore so favorable will be 3. So the answer will be 1 by 2, right? Now the second part is probability of 1 or 3. That is probability of 1 union 3, which is probability of 1 plus probability of 3 minus probability of intersection of these two. Now see, probability of 1 will be, total outcome is 6 and favorables are 2. Why? Because 2 faces has number 1 on them. Now probability of 3 will be 1 by 6, because out of 6 faces only 1 face has the number 3 on it, right? Minus 0. Why 0? Because there is no face on which 1 is also there and 3 is also there, because each face includes only one number. Therefore this probability of 1 intersection 3 is 0, because there is no outcome so that 1 and 3 appear together, right? Therefore the answer will be 3 by 6, that is 1 by 2. Question number 4 is, in a certain lottery 10,000 tickets are sold and 10 equal prizes are awarded. What is the probability of not getting a prize if you buy 1 ticket? So see, there are in total 10,000 tickets and they have said that 10 equal prizes are awarded. That means number of tickets on which one can get prizes 10 tickets, right? Because 10 equal prizes are awarded, then there must be those 10 tickets on which those 10 prizes has been awarded. Therefore number of tickets on which one can get prizes 10, that is out of 10,000 only these 10 tickets are those on which one can get prize. The rest 9,990 tickets are those on which one cannot get prize, right? Now they have asked what is the probability of not getting any prize when person buys one ticket. So he will buy the tickets out of these 9,990 tickets on which price is not available, right? So total options will be 10,000 because 10,000 C1, right? And the favorable will be because we want that the person should not get the prize. That is why he has to choose out of these 9,990 tickets. He has to select one, right? So it will be 999 upon 1000. Now next is probability of not getting prize when he buys 2 tickets. So this will be 2. Total outcomes will be out of 10,000 select 2, and favorable will be select from those tickets on which prizes are not available. Those are 9,990 tickets, and out of those select 2, right? Now question number 5 is, out of 100 students, 2 sections of 40 and 60 are formed. If you and your friend are among the 100 students, what is the probability that you both enter the same section? So there are 100 students and there are 2 sections. One section includes 40 students and the other includes 60 students. Now they are asking the probability so that the 2 students enter the same section. That is, if we want to select 2 students, they are from the same section. Now from the 100, total outcomes is from the 100 we have to select 2, so 100 C2. Favorable will be either those 2 are from the first section, so which can be selected in 40 C2 ways, plus why plus, because now this is the another case, or either they can be from this section or those 2 students can be from this section. So out of 60 select 2. This will be the probability. Now the second case is when the 2 students enter the different sections. Now again total outcomes is from the 100 we want to select 2. Now they are from the different sections. So from 40 students from this first section select 1, into from this 60 the section second 60 students select 1. So this will be the probability 40 C1 into 60 C1 upon 100 C2. Question number 6 is 3 letters are dictated to 3 persons and an envelope is addressed to each of them. The letters are inserted into the envelopes at random so that each envelope contains exactly 1 letter. Find the probability that at least 1 letter is in its proper envelope. So first of all, let the 3 letters be as L1, L2, L3 and the 3 envelopes be as E1, E2, E3, which are addressed in this pattern only. That is, there are these 3 letters and these 3 envelopes, and we fix that letter 1 is addressed in E1, letter 2 is addressed in E2 and letter 3 is addressed in the envelope 3rd, right? Now they are asking that these 3 persons are given these 3 envelopes and they have been dictated these 3 letters. Now those 3 persons will write these 3 letters in the envelope in such a way that one will write only 1 letter in each envelope and each envelope contains exactly 1 letter. So now there are 3 envelopes. The number of ways in which these 3 letters can be addressed in these 3 envelopes will be either L1, L2, L3 or L1, L3, L2. Now fix L2 at the first position. So L1, L3 or L3, L1, or fix L3 on the first position. So L1, L2, L2, L1. So these are the 6 possible ways in which these 3 letters can be written in the 3 envelopes so that each envelope contains exactly 1 letter, right? Now they have asked probability that at least one letter is in its proper envelope. Now we have already addressed that letter 1 will go in E1, letter 2 will go in E2 and letter 3 will go in E3. Now we will check those cases in which at least one letter is in its correct envelope. In this arrangement, all the letters are in their correct envelope. So we will consider this case. Now in this, these two are not in their correct envelopes, but L1 is in E1. So we will consider this case also, because they have said at least one letter should be in its correct envelope. Now the third case, in this L3 is in its correct envelope, therefore we will select this case also. Now for this case, see, no letter is in its correct envelope. For this case also, no letter is in its correct envelope. Now for this case, you can see L2 is in its correct envelope, so we will consider this case also. So the total cases in which letter can be addressed in the envelopes are 6, and the favorable that at least one letter is in its correct envelope is these 4 cases. So the probability will be 4 by 6, that is 2 by 3. Question number 9. This is very important question. If 4-digit numbers greater than 5000 are randomly formed from the digits 0, 1, 3, 5, 7, what is the probability of forming a number divisible by 5 when the first case is when digits are repeated? So see, the given digits are these 5 digits. We will do the first case, digits can repeat. So they have asked how many, first of all, 4-digit numbers greater than 5000 are to be formed, and then they have asked the probability of forming a number divisible by 5. So first of all, we will find the total outcomes, that is total 4-digit number greater than 5000 that can be formed from these digits. Now see, if the number is greater than 5000, so at the first place either 5 can come or 7 can come, right? Because if 0, 1 and 3 will come at the first place, then it will not be greater than 5000. So for the first place we have 2 options, 5 for 7. Now because digits can repeat, for the second, third and fourth options we have, for the second, third and fourth places we have 5 options, right? So the total cases will be 2 into 5 into 5 into 5, that is 250. Now see, but in these 250 cases there will exist one case in which you will form the number 5000, which is not greater than 5000. Why? Because we are saying we have to make 4-digit number greater than 5000. The cases we got are 250, but out of these 250 cases, one case is that in which you will get the number 5000, which is not greater than 5000. Therefore out of these 250 cases we have to subtract the case when the number 5000 will be formed. So the total outcomes will be 249. Now see, what is that one case which will form the number 5000? See, at the first place I have asked that there can be 2 options, 5 or 7. So let us fix at the first place 5, right? Now for the second place, any of the 5 digits, so I can select 0. Again for the third place, any of the 5 digits, so I can select 0, and then again I can select 0, right? So in these 250 cases there is one case which will make the number 5000, which is not greater than 5000. Therefore from the total outcomes we have to subtract that one outcome. Therefore total outcomes now are 249. Now favorable outcomes are, we have to find out those numbers which are greater than 5000 and also divisible by 5. So for the first place we have two options, either 5 or 7, because this number should be greater than 5000. Now because it is also divisible by 5 at the fourth place, either it can be 5 or it can be 0. So two options. And for the second and third place, because digits can repeat, any of the digit can come. So 5 options. That is in total 2 into 2 into 5 into 5, that is 100 options. But now again, in these 100 cases, there will be one case in which you will get the number 5000. Right? Suppose if I select 5 for the first place and then 0 for the second place, 0 for the third place and 0 for the fourth place. So out of these 100 cases, one number will be 5000, which is not greater than 5000. Therefore from favorable outcomes also, 100 minus the one case which will give the number 5000. So 100 minus 1, 99. Therefore probability of number divisible by 5 will be favorable upon total, that is 99 upon 249. The same question, second part is when the repetition of digits is not allowed. Now first of all we will find the total outcomes. So total 4-digit number which are greater than 5000 are, see, for the first place we have two options, 5 or 7, right? Now because digits cannot repeat, for the second place, because one digit has been used here, so out of 5 now 4 are left. So for the second place 4 option, then for the third place 3 option, and for the fourth place 2 options. So total outcomes is 2 into 4 into 3 into 2, that is 48. Also see, because digits cannot repeat, these 48 cases, in this there will be no case which will make the number 5000. Why? Because we cannot repeat the digits. If suppose I choose 0 here, then I cannot choose 0 for the third place. So there will be no case which will give the number 5000. As in 5000, 0 is repeated thrice. But in our case now repetition is not allowed. Therefore no case will give you the number 5000. So all of these cases are the number greater than 5000, right? So the total outcomes is 48. Now calculate the favorable outcome. For the favorable outcomes, we have to see out of these 48 cases, how many of those are divisible by 5 also. Now see, for the first place, we have two options, either 5 or 7, so that the number is greater than 5000. And for the fourth place, so that the number is divisible by 5, we have two options, 5 or 0. But because digits cannot repeat, if I select 5 here, at the fourth place if I select 5, then for the first place 5 cannot come because digits can't repeat. So for at the first place 7 can come only, right? Then when I select 5 at the fourth place, there is only one option for the first place, that is 7, right? But if I select 0 at the fourth place, because either 5 or 0 will come at the fourth place. Now if I select 0 at the fourth place, then for the first place we have both the options 5 and 7, right? So we will take these two cases. Case first is, let 5 is fixed at the fourth place. Now because we have fixed 5 at the fourth place, so fourth place has one option, that is 5. Now first place has also only one option, 7, right? Now in total we have 5 digits and we have used 2 digits at first place and at the fourth place. Now out of 5, 2 digits has been used, so digits left are 3. So for the second place we have 3 options, and then for the third place we have 2 options, that is in total 6 options in this case. Now the case second is when we fix 0 at the fourth place. Now for the fourth place we have only one option, 0. But for the first place now we have two options, either 5 or 7. Again one digit has been used here, one has been used here. So 2 digits has been used out of 5. So 3 are left for the second place and then 2 are left for the third place, right? So number of cases will be 1 into 2 into 3 into 2, that is 12. Therefore total favorable cases will be, here it is 6 and here it is 12, therefore 18. So probability will be 18, that is favorable cases, upon 48, the total cases. So the answer will be 3/8, right? So your today's homework is that you have to read examples and do question number 8th and 10th of miscellaneous. Okay, thank you.